thank all these men for their hard work and their labor and their love for this mission that we've been on for the last 4 or 5 years. And it was just a great group of men to work with. No problems. Asked them to do something, they jumped right in there and did it. So I'm really thankful for these men. And unfortunately, this was our last trip as a team going down there. We finished the house that we needed to finish up to a point, and to get them back in there when they need it. We'll not be able to go down there for a year, and they need it soon. So the locals down there are going to finish up the flooring and some of the plumbing inside. But the house, when we went down there, you'll see it was just a brick house, no roof. And in 6 days, we had everything done that we needed to get done. And it's because of this group here. They put their hands to the wheel, and they pushed, and we labored. It was hot. It rained on us, sprinkled on us. And we had a good time doing it, and it's a beautiful sight. The first pictures you saw is what it looked like. It was a jungle. But now it is a beautiful, beautiful compound. And they do have 9 or 10 little ones running around here now. So the dream is coming true. So I'm going to let each one just speak just for a moment, tell them what they felt and the experience they had down there.
Morning, praise the Lord. I just 4 years now. I'm very blessed. Thank you, Pastor and Sister Copper, for letting me be part of the team. Dennis for putting up with me and the rest of you guys. The way this has impacted me is just, it's opened up my eyes. We're a whole lot bigger. The body of Christ is everywhere, and I see that now. And being out there and knowing that what we've done, we didn't do it because we were forced to or anything like that. We had a burden. I see my boy now, he wants to go. And I know that one day we're going to see one of those kids out here, Pastor. I believe it, I do. And I'm just very thankful that I was a part of this team. All the memories we had, it kind of hurts knowing that it's kind of come to an end, but I know that I'll be going back out there to help in whatever way I can in the future with my boys. So thank you guys for supporting us, for the love offerings, for your prayers, and it's not over, guys. They still need our help out there. Sister Amber, Sister Lynn, all of those kids are going to be there. They're going to need our help. And whatever we can do to help them, let's do it. Peace. God bless you guys.
Good morning. I really appreciate the opportunity to be with this group of men to do this. And things will be said about what we've done and this particular one, what's going to happen. It's great. But for me personally, the kids are number one, but number two is this group of men. And we call ourselves a band of brothers because we have something very common. And I'm looking forward to the future because there's more than just one place in this world that needs our help. And we have the skills to do many things. Some of us aren't up here, some of us aren't back there, some of us can work with our hands, and we have the skills to do it, and I'm looking forward to the future.
It was truly life-changing and a humbling experience to go. I was privileged to go this time with my son over his second service, and that was, I saw him become a man. I guess I looked at him as a man now instead of a little kid when I saw him out there working and using his hands and his skills for the glory of God. Thank you for all those who helped me go with your prayers, financial support, to my wife and children who kicked me out the door and said go. And there were a lot of times that I didn't think it was going to happen. There was a lot of things came up, but God always made a way. And when God puts a purpose and when God says, hey, the door is open, you're going to walk through it, I'm going to make a way. He does. So I appreciate that. And I'm going to make a public announcement, Brother Dennis. I promise to learn how to paint.
We want to say thank you for these children. I heard some of the stories, the problems that they've had to endure already, and to have this opportunity was life-changing for me.
It was really refreshing to see the kids there for the first time. This is the first time we've gone where there was actually kids running around. And so a couple of the houses are being used and stuff. And 4 years ago, that just seemed so far out of reach. I mean, with the limited resources and limited funds, and just seemed like there was everything that said, you know, this might happen, it might not happen. But to show up this last time and see the kids running around, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
I want to thank my brothers here. I've been in construction 35 years, and we have what we call runners, and you have workers. And the runners you put in charge because they force everybody else to run along with them. And we went up there, and this is just a church full of runners. It was amazing to watch what got done and how quick it got done. It was just, you know, I love these guys, and the Lord has truly blessed me in allowing me to go to Guatemala these 3 years and work with them and fellowship with them. What struck me is that the orphanage is just so much, the Lord dealt with me about this, it's so much like the church. You know, you get people you get these children they're born and they're raised in a garbage dump, and that's normal to them. You know, they're abused from the time they're little children, and that's normal to them. And then the Lord brings them into that orphanage, and all of a sudden, it's like their eyes are opened, and they really get to see what normal should be, you know. And they've got precious, precious people running the place and working the place that are going to help these children to grow and to prosper and to see God's love, you know. And sometimes we don't know how bad off we are. You know, with them it's obvious to us, but like I said, some of these children, that's what they never knew what a toothbrush was until they came to this orphanage. And so it really just put a burden in my heart for everybody, because there's people in Orange Hill that don't know how bad off they are, you know. So I thank the Lord. I thank the Lord for allowing me the privilege of being in this church and going there with these guys.
Good morning. I've always wanted to go on a mission trip, and I remember I was new to the church, sitting right here in the front when these guys came back, and I was like, oh man, that's something I wanted to do. So I just thank God I was able to have the opportunity to go with my brothers right here, and to thank the church for supporting us. And it's just knowing that us as a body is going to impact children for years to come. It's just a wonderful thing, and I just thank God for Pastor and everybody at the church.
It's just been a blessing to me. It has opened my eyes as well. It's just, like you say, we have it so good over here. Even the poorest people have it here better than those kids over there. And we go because this is beautiful. You know, we go for a reason, and it brought to my face when I saw the kids, and knowing that was the reason we were there, and it was just so so awesome to be there, and it was just a blessing.
And I'm just thankful to be part of something that, long after we're gone, is still going to be creating a home for children and a legacy that we can leave behind. There's not a lot of things you can do that and point it out. So, to me, when we got to see the children there, and that was the whole purpose of it. First time I went out there, it was this green jungle, beautiful jungle, but it didn't serve a purpose. But now to see a finished, beautiful place, I mean, it looks like a resort almost, because of all the churches that's invested their time and their money. And you can be well assured that the 3 homes that we built are going to be put to good use.
Praise the Lord, everyone. Thank God, I want to say mission accomplished. The walls have been built. The Lord definitely labored in us. We did his labor, but it's not done. There's a little girl there. Every morning, I guess about 9 o'clock, she went to sleep. And that little girl seen her mother murdered. And the state gave her up. They gave her over to the church. Praise the Lord for that. But what I say that mission's not done is that we still need to continue to bless that place financially. We still need to pray. Because with all the family that we're sitting down there, and Sister Amber and Sister Lynn are very thankful. So, and we just can give up Netflix bill for 1 month, the coffee bean leaves me, or whatever it is, guys. If you just can do that, we'll assure that mission is going to go on each month, and I think it's $5,000. But we're not saying that we need to raise that, but it needs to continue to go. There's another story today that we got there, I didn't even know this, till Brent and I and Sister Amber are sitting in Nathan's house talking. With the influx of folks coming over the border from Guatemala to the United States, the Mexican authorities had stopped, I don't know where this little boy was he with family or not, but anybody sitting back to the border, in the state we can go pick him up being the Guatemalans. So that little boy later on that day ended up with the church. But that little boy had to be raised. It's going to go through financing and prayer. So continue to bless Guatemala, you guys. It's just a great work that we're doing. The prayers of the righteous have availed much, as you guys can see in the pictures. So again, continue to pray and continue to bless. God bless you.
Let's give our men a hand right now.
It was a really great experience. I had so much support from my parents and all of you that helped me go out there. And if I could, I would have stayed. The people are great. Environment's great. I love working with all these guys.
Able to go every trip, and it was just wonderful. I'm thankful for Jacqueline allowing me to go take care of everything while I was gone, especially this last time for 13 days. But it's life-changing. If anybody ever has a chance to go abroad, these trips were my first time leaving the country, and just to see what it's like somewhere else and how good we have it here, no matter what situation you're in, you're better off than 90% of anyone anywhere else, and it's just eye-opening. Gives a good appreciation of when you come back. Working with these guys was awesome. I mean, I knew most of them a little before, but we're friends, we're brothers, we're family now, and it's just awesome to work together. The cohesiveness. I mean, everyone here just did whatever they were told, and it was awesome. Just a bunch of men getting together and just doing what we had to do for the kingdom, and it's just a great blessing, and I'm just honored and blessed to be able to have the opportunity to do it.
Reset button. That's what it felt like this year for me, is leave the country, go to this amazing country, Guatemala. It really grows on you. The beautiful people, the beautiful fabrics, the beautiful scenery. It's just an amazing country. But above that, for me, it was just like a big reset button. There's no sense of entitlement in the country. The people are, I think there's like 2 million people that live on $1 a day, and they're happy. I mean, they're struggling, and that's why we're there to help them, but they're happy. They're happy people. There's no sense of entitlement. And every year I came back. I've been there 4 times. I've been lucky to go 4, blessed to go 4 times. Every year I come back with kind of a little bit of a reset. And this year it was, just be happy where you're at. There's 370,000 orphans in an area that's the size of Tennessee. It's just an amazing, overwhelming burden that Home International and our church has picked up. But we've helped 10 so far, which is just an amazing thing to comprehend. And I think outside of hitting that reset button in life, the one thing that I enjoyed the most was working on that roof and hearing the sound of the kids in the background screaming and playing and having fun in that safe environment. And I thank God for that.
This is my 3rd year going. I mean, it happened so many things in these 3 years that I don't even know where to start. It is so gratifying that after 3 years and the hard work and making the effort, financial burning and everything, we were able to see those kids on the table having a good meal and praying to God, being guided. That was really, really heartbreaking to see them pray on the table and follow in directions and be in a good environment. And I'm not much of a Facebook kind of guy, I don't know how to handle that. Thank God I had some experts here that were able to put a pause there. I said, if only one of these can be saved, it will be worth every single effort. excited to see the things that we did today. If at least one of them, we can see him reach out glory. And as we went to help, and as we went to provide for somebody else, and as we went to give, we ended up receiving the most amazing gift. Common says that to have a strong society, we have to have a strong men head of the house. When the head of the house is strong and firm, and it has everything together, we have a strong society. When we want to have a strong church and healthy church, the head of the house, it has to be strong. It has to be, getting a hold of the hand of God and be strong in the Lord, be a spiritual leader. And by us going out to give, by us going out and making the effort and work, we end up getting the most amazing gift, because bonding with all this group of men of God, that they can pray with you, that they can be with you, and it comes from the heart. It does not come from a fake thing, but be able to laugh with them and be able to pray with them. Now I feel that I can go to any of them and just share with them, and just tell them what's going on. And I know every one of them are going to pray for me, and I know everyone is going to be there for me. So we're building a strong families within the church. When we thought we were going to end up giving, the kids don't know, the people in Guatemala don't know what they end up giving to us and to our local church. God bless you.
Well, I'm thankful to go down there also. I was thinking about 25 years ago, a group of guys, some of them that are here, we went down to, I think it was a little bit lower than Tijuana, somewhere around in that area. And we did some missions work kind of like this. We put a roof on a church, and I remember going down there and thinking, man, this is like what it's all about, going down there helping churches and stuff like that. And then when this came up, I had the opportunity to go there, and it's so great. I mean, God was really with us. I mean, we did so much work. I was just amazed at how much work was done there, and actually the quality of this last building was pretty amazing too, because it went together just like it was supposed to. And I'm just thankful that I had the opportunity to go down